I forgot. Two seconds. We'll get to it. I completely forgot there were cards attached to this game. I don't know who you are, but apparently to the community, you're worth only 9 cents. This Dominic guy is worth 17 cents. And meanwhile, Valessa is apparently priceless. Christ on a bike. Anyway, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Am I recording? Yes, okay. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going for another round in the Winds of Change. What was I doing the last time? Oh. Yes? Maybe? Something about...
He wanted to strengthen our bonds with outsiders as well. Without visions, we have to take things as they come. Foresight helped us out, but we won't always have it.
Partly remembering now. Continue.
What we do have, however, is the potential of the seer. I think that's why he sacrificed himself to get this blade. He knew that you'd be able to wield it and achieve liberation.
Oh, that's right. It's definitely coming back to me now. You drop words like freedom and liberation, and you start getting me excited to be a part of something.
Please, take the blade and flee to Mazeo. When the ceremony is supposed to start, I'll tell the people. They're all rounding up, so it'll be easy to evacuate.
Right.
We might be a bit behind, but we'll meet in Mazeo. There's lots to plan, and little time to plan it. We'll need new homes and blades for any volunteers.
Right.
As far as I can tell, this is not up for debate. If you think it is, then consider it an order from your elder. Leave as soon as you are able, and we'll meet again soon.
I can leave right the fuck now. He stands up and walks away. Moments later, he's back to his usual business, making meth. We exchange glances with one another, overwhelmed.
Listen, I'm gonna try and be the voice of reason here. Milas said a lot of stuff, and it could be true or false. But if an attack is coming, we should go either way.
Okay.
Especially if there's a weapon we can use. I think we should grab it from the Grand Tree first. Again, not siding with anyone here, just using logic.
Next time I run into the forces that threw me into this world, one of the things I'm going to ask before I probably kill them is, why do you keep throwing me into these new worlds without a gun? Think of everything that could be solved when you have a gun.
Yeah, you're right. We do the same thing.
Oh.
If Miles didn't tell us to. Find something to defend ourselves with, and leave Valinor.
I freaked out a little bit, Alyssa, because I thought the game gained sentience, and you heard what I said, and you're like, Ryan's right. He should have a gun.
But you said the spirits gave you all their power? And they cut their influence from Valinor for good? This changes Alestia's entire history, not just our actions.
Okay, you know what? Y'all been depending too much on this spirit crap. Most of it is crap. Maybe there's something to the whole spirit thing. Could you imagine if that was like this in this world, on this earth? I'm glancing around because we're going to try something. We're going to do a little experiment, but I got to wait 5 more minutes according to my Earth time. 5 minutes. Then we're going to dance around a little bit with this whole spirit crap. We're going to see what's up with it.
I can't say I fully understand, but it makes sense. Miles' father foresaw all this and took action. I feel hatred, but at the same time,
Good.
I feel
Good.
Let's take this one step at a time, Valessa. We'll grab the weapon and make our way out of here. The rest can fall into place as we move on.
We nod and we stand up as well. With an attacker on the way, we had to move. By the way, before we evacuate everyone in town, it doesn't harm to set up booby traps. Miles would take care of evacuating everyone else, and I would set up the booby traps. If we get the blade first, Sylvie couldn't use it.
So, to the Grand Tree then? I'll try to maintain one modicum of sanity. It's not like our lives were just turned around.
Turn the beat
I'm sure we'll
around.
manage as long as we're together. I'm not giving up on any of you. I promise.
Yay, power of friendship.
There's nothing we can't do if we all pitch in. Let's go to the Grand Tree and get that blade.
I'm not naming the video the power of friendship. Shut the fuck up, chat. Oh, I'm getting back under the table. I feel safe under the table. It's a mess underneath the desk as well. I guess Miles had more pressing matters on his mind. It must have been relieving to tell us all that he did. There are books around here. You cannot fucking tell me that meth is not being made in this goddamn room. Oh, we got other things to jump in on. But first, I'm finding books! I know some of you are probably curious of what the books are reading. I'm listening in on some of it. I'm cutting out a lot of it for sake of some time. You can feel free to pause the video and read them for yourself. Reading Rainbow style. I think I found a book.
Valinor
Yes!
I had no idea that they were hiding such a secret. Valinorth could run out of spiritual energy for good? The cold from Eastcrown could easily kill us off.
2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. I'm going to try my experiment to see what the hubbubaloo with the spear crap is. 2 more minutes.
Orson, don't worry. It could be thousands of years before we run out. Besides, at this point, it's still conjecture.
That's a future problem. I examine the table, looking at the scattered pieces of paper. Miles is deep in his studies. Okay, that don't bother him. He's not in the picture, but I don't bother him.
on Valinor's bloodleaf.
Found it!
Eastcrown is a pretty scary place. I've thought about going there, but I'm too scared. Apparently, it's cold enough to kill you in minutes.
So can New York in winter, but you bundle up.
The Fall of the Blood Leaves is beautiful, though. I've seen it a couple of times since I was born. Not sure what other purpose Eastcrown serves.
Alright, there's going to be some other things and whatnot. I'm going to dick around with that a little bit. And we'll go... and when I'm done dicking around, I'm going to go straight to the parallel shit. Or will I? It's another minute. I might as well now start up this experiment. It will be 3 o'clock definitely in the morning when I start this. We're going to see what the hubbubaloo is with the spears. Maybe they're onto something. Maybe Clace has tapped into something that we haven't. Maybe I'm spouting nonsense and I'm doing this to look like an ass. I don't know. But I'm going to march into that bathroom. And I won't do meth. But what I will be trying to do is something that's called a, I'm probably going to be saying this wrong, psychomantium ritual. Yes, yes. Right. So, we're going to need a few things for this to work. Normally, it should just work in a darkened room, near complete darkness, with a mirror. So the bathroom works great in that confined spot. We're going to do a lot of other things. I'm going to take in with me my ghost meter. We're also going to take in with us, come here, losing shit, the spirit board, aka my Ouija board. Do not ask why I am surrounded by not only weapons, but also paranormal hunting equipment. Don't Google me. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'll be right back. Right back. I'm back. I think roughly 5 minutes was enough to make contact with the spirit realm. Now then, while we're here, Let's see what's behind door number 1. There we go. Ooh. Damek conversed with Grizz, the mayor of Mazil? There was much to be done before the rebellion could settle down. But first on the agenda was procuring the city's underground tunnels. A place to operate... What, are pirates gonna, like, start stepping on screen with this music?
Come on, Grizz, this must be possible. Even their honor guard barely monitors the place. When they do, they're oblivious to our existence. If we don't push them, they won't push back. Although, one final push might be required. Either way, we need that deed as a rightful claim.
Damek, for the last time, it's not so simple. If the Triumvirate knew I was helping you, they'd kill me. I wouldn't be surprised if they damaged Mazeo as well.
Dude, are you wearing a dead dude on your shoulder?
Oh, come on, it's not that risky. We'll operate silently. They'll never know.
He's wearing a dead dude!
Everything has a paper trail, Damek. They keep track of every step I take. At the end of the day, I'm still their general.
That dead dude's looking at him!
I understand that you want those tunnels, but it would be too risky. They'd find us out. I'm not gambling with my life, understand?
With them, it's a gamble, I'll give you that. But with me, I'll have you know it's a certainty. I don't think you know how much we need those tunnels.
Damek, is that a threat?
Of course not. We're too close for that. Close enough that you won't have to find out. I'm sure we can come to some sort of deal.
Mazeo has rubbed off on you. I'd expect such tactics from pirates, not you. I have to say, you'd need something big to woo me.
Woo! Damek walks up to the desk and places some papers down. He looks up at Grizz with a smile, who return only shock.
They dig for 20 years and find nothing. I use my forces and we find it in days. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is it.
Damek, I don't believe this. This is what I've been looking for. You must tell me where it is.
A deed might sweeten the deal for me. Besides, you can report this finding to the Triumvirate. They'll be so ecstatic they won't notice anything else.
It is a big deal, and it might sate them. But they'd likely send forces here immediately. You want me to put a target on your new HQ?
Actually, their forces will be preoccupied. I have word that they're undertaking another mission. We'll have plenty of time to occupy and fortify.
Yeah, underground, with nowhere to fucking run.
I can't believe you found it, Damek. If you want the deed, you must give me exclusive access. Nobody else can touch it. I have my plans, and
So
that's final.
I can't get over the fact that he's the wolf man is wearing a dead sheep man as a piece of fucking clothing. He's a traitor. He's gonna betray us because he's a sheep. He is a wolf in literal sheep's fucking clothing.
Of course, I'd be more than happy to, but you might have to wait a bit longer. Tapping into it requires some special means. But I promise you won't be waiting much longer. So please, if you would hand over the deed, and once they arrive, it's all
That
yours.
would be me! Let's see what's up with the Batman. Mr. Sovi. Ooh, Cathedral of Evil. He left the chambers of his masters remaining in shock. The truth of things had been explained, and he was surprised. He knew it would take a while before he accepted these revelations.
Such a truth. And to think I never knew. This will change everything about my approach.
Or are you more of a goat man? I don't fucking know with some of these things.
Master, you seem unwell.
I forgot you
Leave
existed.
Tomorrow you should get some rest. I know I'm not the one to give orders, but please.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It seems there is more to this attack than we knew. The Triumvirate just finished explaining our true objective.
Our true objective? Sophie, what is the meaning of this?
I don't think I'm able to tell you, Halen. They trusted me alone with this information. Perhaps you can visit them on your own time.
Typical. Teasing me with information and pulling rank. I want to prove myself, Sophie. I want to be at your side.
Welcome to any organization fucking ever.
Trust me, that would be wonderful. But this is different. It changes everything. It would be better to hear it directly from them.
All right, all right. I have to say, you seem quite distressed. I'll go talk to them, but take my advice and rest.
I'm afraid there's no time for that, Halen. I'm going to speak with the prisoner. He's coming too.
Okay.
Shane is coming with us? Sophie, that doesn't make any sense.
A lot doesn't right now.
It seems a run-in with the rebels is likely. To that end, I've come up with a fitting punishment. When you're done with our masters, meet me back here.
Yes, of course. I'm ready to take action at a moment's notice. And now, something tells me we will be.
Oh. Now we get to engage in conversation with our comrades.
Hey.
You really went with that hey. Not a hey or hey. Hey. It's a hey. I'm not the voice actor, so I don't know. Oh, we don't really get a choice if you're ready or not. What do we need?
I wouldn't mind taking one last look at the village. It's so weird, knowing that an attack is coming. This could be the last time we see our homes.
Probably.
How are we just supposed to accept that? I expect we'll have plenty of time to grieve, but is that something we should really have to do? We don't have to look around, but I'd appreciate it. If I find something I want to take with me, I'll grab it. I'd much rather leave Valinor behind with no regrets.
And I'd rather leave Valinor leaving behind booby traps, but I don't get to have what I want. But, sure, you bring books, I set behind incinerary devices.
Thank you so much. I can't put my finger on it, but I know I'm not ready. One last walk through Valinor is all I could ever ask for.
Do what you need to. Cool. Valessa.
Hey.
Your hey sounds more natural. That's all I'm going to say about that. What do I want to ask you? What do you think about this blade?
I'll decide when I see it. You and Milas made it seem really incredible. But at the end of the day, it's just a sword.
It's just a sword.
I doubt it'll be the turning point of this battle. Of course, I wouldn't mind being proven wrong. What else can you tell me about it?
That one's not wrong.
So, the more he killed, the more he had to serve him? And Ulrich's life powered a bunch of armored suits?
Yeah.
That means their army could always outnumber Alestia.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see why it might be a threat. But we won't be stealing life like that, right? We should keep it from them and limit their numbers.
Sure, Valessa. We'll totally not use this power against them. You have nothing to worry about. You got nothing to worry about, girl. Boop. That That's my way of easing her mind. And now you know what I fucking was doing every time you hear me go boop.
Good. I was starting to worry. Without that blade, their army's finite. They can't hide behind numbers like before.
Right. That's all here. I'm gonna see what else needs to be done before I vamos. To the great tree, then! Is the tree gonna start talking to me? That's a no? Okay. The grand tree towers above everything else in Valinor. And because of Valinor's altitude, it towers above the world. We take slow steps across the makeshift bridge, holding onto the sides. Valissa stops in her tracks, taking in the surroundings. A hint of confusion appears on her face as she breaks the silence. Stopping as well, Forte and I listen to her words.
Alright, we really need to talk. Seer, what are your thoughts on all this? You've been totally silent since we left Milas.
Hey, Valessa, no prying. Let him open up when he wants to.
I'm just curious, that's all. It's not like Milas treated us to afternoon tea. Everything is different. Besides, Renting can help.
I'm taking things as you know what? I would have gone with this, but I'm reading this line and I feel invigorated, like I finally have a purpose. And I kind of do. When you start mixing it, like I said, you start mixing in the words like freedom fighting and liberation. And I started to have like, ee! So I'm going to go with the more hyped answer.
You've always had purpose, actually. But
really?
I think I understand what you mean. You aren't just another seer. You're special.
I'm gonna quote everyone watching this who sat through that line and who know me. Really? She turns back around and we continue walking. Try to admire the scenery, but that attempt is short-lived. Fortame, who had taken the lead, also stops in his tracks.
Actually, on the subject of venting, there's something I need to get off my chest.
Oh no.
Or, I guess, there's something I need to ask you to.
Oh no.
Sure. What is it?
I know we don't like talking about this, and sometimes we pretend it never even happened. But we can't anymore. We're going to Mazeo.
Okay.
So I think now we need to face the facts. That's the last place our parents were... I mean, they were there when it happened.
Okay.
Casualties of the occupation.
Hmm.
Now we have the chance to fight back against the Triumvirate. They were directly responsible for what happened there. Are we doing this for Alestia? Or for ourselves?
I can make the argument for both.
You mean revenge? Fortim, I don't know how to answer that. All of our parents... That was so long ago.
I don't know if that makes me a bad person or not.
No.
But we can't just fight because Milas told us to. We each need a purpose, even if they're different.
Fortame, you start to come around and the character is like, you know what, I don't mind this kid. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. He can man the M60.
I guess I want Alestia's freedom. Is that not reason enough to fight?
I'm sorry, she dropped the word freedom. Man, I was...
That's a goal, Valessa, not a purpose. Let me ask you, Seer,
Freedom can be a
why do
purpose.
you fight? What weight will you carry with that blade?
I have no purpose. I was forced to do this. I can't say that. I can't say that. Coming into this game was literally my fucking choice. It's not like Major Minor. I actually had a choice with this one, and I chose to say, fuck it. Do it live. I can't do the sappy crap. A dream that no one else will lose their home. I can't do that. Vengeance is a very powerful thing, and I love it. Why would I fight? Honestly, why would I embrace the violence of and glory of war? Most likely just to protect people, the people who have no means of fighting war.
Good. Tap into that drive whenever you can. Don't let any swing of your blade lack purpose. A fight without purpose is a fight you'll never win.
A bird in the hand is worth more than two in the bush.
I have more to say, though, so hold on. Our parents went to Mazeo together, as a group of friends. Now, we're doing the same. And trust me, I'm worried.
We all see the connection here, Forte. We all know we're essentially starting an anime adventure. This is season 1. Oh, God. I'm walking straight into an anime.
They got caught up in a fight, and we will too. But I don't want to die. I want to save Alestia. So promise me, we'll stay together. Right until the end.
Sure, buddy. Until the end. This is gonna end horrifically.
There we go. That's the spirit. With that attitude, we'll never lose. Now let's get that blade and head to Mazeo.
People are gonna die.
Yeah, I'm about ready to get off this bridge. Not exactly the best place for a heart-to-heart. Though, honestly, I'm glad you opened up.
Me or Fortane?
And actually, I think I found my purpose. I want to fight to protect my closest friends. So, about that promise, I'll be here. Right until the end.
It's official. We all put our hands together. We're doing an anime. We're starting an anime. I nod, and they smile at one another. A few moments later, we continue our trek to the Grand Tree. This time, however, we reach our goal with no interruptions. As soon as we enter, we all spread out. Perhaps covering more ground would help us find it easier. Why wouldn't the guy just tell us where the fuck he hit it? However, much to our surprise, it's out in the open. Okay, never fucking mind.
Wait, that's it?
I guess. What am I looking at? It's wrapped up in a sack in front of the Great Tree's altar. General shape and size was really easily discernible to me. It was the instrument of my own death and Valenor's destruction.
There's a letter attached to it. Let's see what it says.
Please don't stab people with this.
Wait, hold on. I don't think we're supposed to touch it. We should probably leave this one to the seer.
Alright, I'll touch
I'm
it.
sure it's fine as long as it's covered up. Very well. Feel free to do the honors.
They both look at me, leaving me little choice in the matter. It's not like they had any choice in this either, however. Taking slow steps to the altar, I look down at the letter.
Well, what does it say?
It says, the game. I kneel down and pull off the letter, breaking some adhesive. It's from Milas, and it gives us a bit more information. A fucking user manual! None of us have really left Valinor, so guidance is helpful.
Instructions from Milas.
Oh.
Thank you for following my directions. It's good to know we'll be able to work with each other on this grand endeavor. Hidden inside this package here is the blade we talked about
I'll
earlier,
leave this one in.
otherwise known as the Blade of Exodus. I'm not sure why it's been given such a name, but it was the Triumvirate's choice. As soon as you take it, please ensure that it never leaves your sight. A guide, Zamira, will be waiting for you on Main Street. He'll guide you to Peregrino, where you'll meet up with Pro, a trusted ally and longtime rebel. From there, Pro will guide you to Mazeo. Pro might seem a bit incompetent at first, but he's simply been following my orders. Having him come here and get you, as Damek originally planned, was much too risky. Instead, I told him to pass time in the tavern until you bring the blade to him. I had Zamira meet him in the dead of night in Valenorth's outskirts to retrieve the blade and bring it to where you are now. This way, no villagers were aware, and there was no chance of complications arising. I'm sure Damek will understand this delay. One final thing. I authorize you with access to Solberg, now that you know its secret. Feel free to stop there on your journey.
Great! Put the letter in my pocket and look forward to Valessa. Seems that our next objective was clear, much better than before. If Marla simply threw us into the wild, we get lost immediately.
The Blade of Exodus. That's a bit of a weird name, isn't it? Do you think that's the person who made it?
Or maybe it's a title for whoever wields it. You know, something like Seer or Cirrus. What about it? Should we call you Exodus?
Let's just stick with Ryan, dude!
Yeah, especially if the Triumvirate wants it back. Walking around as Exodus would put a huge target on us.
No shit!
That's not something we can afford if we want to blend in.
What?
All right. Forget I suggested it. Let's get out of here before we waste too much time. We're supposed to meet someone named Zamira, right?
Yeah.
I know them. They typically guard the town gate. No better person to carry out a secret mission in the night. I'm glad we'll have a guide. I was starting to worry we'd get lost.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah. None of us have ever left Valinor before. I'm sure it'll be great. We can even check out Salberg. Grab the Blade Seer. The villagers would never question you.
Well, thank Christ for that. Let's see. They're gonna say if the song outside with the blade, Marla's plan using Zamira will definitely be the best going that. And blah 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 blah. Carefully unwrap the package. The sight of the weapon causes me to tense up. I can almost feel the pain of last night's vision. Valessa and Fortune looked down, seeing it for the first time. My mind went to the gutter. I'm so sorry. I exchanged glances with them before. I grip it. That's when everything changes. Oh, Christ on a bike!